Hi, everyone. Hello. Tara says hello, too. Tara's here. I'm here. The cats are around somewhere. Hello, everyone. Hi. How's it going? Happy Saturday to you. It's been a couple of weeks since we last did the thing. So, hello. Let me try to see if I can say hi to everyone who has said hello in chat. I have not been keeping track of chat. Holy cow! I hit the start streaming button and I walked away for 5 minutes and there's a lot of you. I am very pleased. Hi everyone. Happy Saturday. Okay, let me see. Rhapsody, who's one of the early birds here. Hello, welcome, happy Saturday. Dragon Spirit, hello. Hi, Wildcard. Yeah, I'm glad the Discord thing helped you not miss the stream. Yo, Jelly Possum. Hello, Dragon Master. Yo, Andrew. What's up? Heterosapiens. Hello, hi. Yes, Homestuck already. There is Homestuck today. Dre, hello. I am pumped. Are you pumped? Because I consider myself among the pumped today. Hello, Dark Sonic. Good morning to you. Or good afternoon, depending on what part of the world everyone is from. Or good evening. Or I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I want to make sure I don't skip over anyone. Hi, that one weirdo. Hello, hello, hello. Wildcard was like, Brenneman, you're a minute late. I'm sorry. I was in the bathroom. Hi, Savis. How's it going? That might have been too much information. Let's see. Andrew, hello. Welcome. Hey, Ravenwing, how's it going? Hello, I Smile. Oh, is it pronounced Rachek? The, R-A-C-Z-E-K? Is it pronounced Rachek? I'm not... It looks kind of Polish-ish, and there's a huge Polish population in Chicago, so I should know how to pronounce these things, but I don't know. Anyway. Yo, how's it going, GG? Let's see. Did I miss anyone? Dark Sonic, hello. Okay, I think I got everyone who said hello. If you said hello in chat and I missed you, I am so sorry. I tried to catch everyone, so I'm glad you're here. Hey, Banjo Wafer, how's it going? Happy Saturday. All right. Yes, yes, I got my Polish right. I am not natively Polish, but like I said, there is a big Polish population in Chicago. Oh, hold on. I just realized my mic gain is turned up more than it should be, so we knock that down some. All right, cool. Here we go. All right. Yes, actually, Wildcard, that is the plan. We're gonna rewatch Cascade because it's been a couple of weeks, and then we're going to go into Act 6. I know there's an Act 6 intermission, or an intermission between Act 5 and Act 6, but I also know that it's short, so that's not a problem. So, anywho. Hi, I missed you guys. I'm glad you're all here. Anyway, Rachek, yes, I saw that you got through all my YouTube videos, so thank you for being able to join us for a live stream. That's awesome. If you were here for the first time today, welcome as well. It's always nice to have new faces here. It's always great to see my old friends here, my reliable, trusty, Homestuck brain trust. So, oh man, I really wish I didn't have to mute Lumi right now because I love Creata. I love the track. But we are gonna watch Cascade. So, we are going to do the thing. Do. Well, wait, Rhapsody, does it still say I'm hosting Lady Luthien? That's odd if that's true. Yo, how's it going, Alpaca John? Hello. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mute Lumi, and we're going to rewatch Cascade. We'll see how much I can remember from what I picked up last time. I do remember this being epic, though. Alright. So there's John. John has started the scratch. Oh man, this is so cool. John's like, hey, I'm gonna fend off all you guys while I'm doing the scratch. Probably like exactly the way. Behold the power of Zillyhoo! So John's doing windy things and doing scratchy things. Oh, that's right. Jade had just been killed. And Jack is, like, sad about it. And he killed Courtyard Droll. And now he's casting Red Miles, which is, like, probably one of the most horrific things ever. Like, just imagine being, like, somewhere in the universe where Jack exists, knowing that at any moment he could cast Red Miles and it'll just, like, wipe out everything. Like, imagine living with that horror. Hi, there's our universe. It has cancer. How's it going, Seth? I'm good. Happy Saturday. How are you? So much death and destruction going on. And there's the dead Earth. Years later, but not many. After it got destroyed. There's Serenity. There's Pete. There's Peregrine Mendicat. There's Aimless Renegade. Blowing things up. There's the Windswept Questant. Bum bum. Bum bum. The King and Queen reunited. Oh, but wait. And then there's that countdown at the bottom. Whoops. Let me make sure that I've properly done this. Jack is carrying Jade off. It's not so much Jack, but like the Beck part of Jack. Laying Jade on her quest bed. And now he's like, I will kill. I'll cry when I'm done killing. Ah, look at that clock go. Oh god, counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that whole time it was counting down to Jack, like, warping into that place. And he kills the king and the queen. Well, Peregrine Mendicat is like, I will fight you, and Aimless Renegade is like, I will blow things up. And he's hesitating to blow that one up because Wayward Vagabond is still in there. Aimless Renegade is killed. So is he blowing that stuff up so that the purifiers, like, can no longer be used ever? So, okay, so I'm seeing that the purifier is, like, empty on fuel, and Jack, like, rips the green thing out of Wayward Vagabond so he can refuel it. So this is how he gets into the troll session, right? This is how... So he uses the purifier to, like, warp into the troll session, and that's how he gets there? And then all of those things that we saw earlier happen. Okay, I understand why they were blowing those things up now, because that would have sealed off the way to the troll session. Gotcha. Which makes sense, because the exiles came from the troll session, so, like, they figured if there's a way to get to the human session from the troll session, there must be a way to go back, and they didn't want Jack to get there, so... Alright, so now we see Dave and Rose doing their things. Like, they're trying to destroy the green sun. It looks like they get to where they think the green sun is, but it's not actually there. And then here's the tumor. And that's counting down. Wait, the exiles are from the human session? Oh. Okay. Well, wait though. I thought Wayward Vagabond came from the troll session. No, wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, never mind. Forgive me. I got things mixed up in Homestuck. I know, that's such a crime. Alright. Meanwhile, here's Spades and Snowman facing off. What are you waiting for? Draw, Spades. And Spades sure does draw. Like, shoots Snowman right in the heart. Which is bad because, as we saw earlier, if Snowman dies, then the universe ends. I know, Dragon Spirit, I know. Okay, so they're standing on their quest beds. I see. I didn't catch that before. Why were their quest beds, like, all the way out there? What were their quest beds, like, doing out just, like, in the middle of nowhere in space? Because I was really confused as to why they went God tier, but now that makes sense. So, like, when the bomb blows up, they're on their quest beds, so they'll die on their quest beds. But then that's what causes them to go God tier. Meanwhile, Peregrine Mendicant is horrified upon finding Wayward Vagabond's corpse. The center of Durst? Wait, so... But didn't they go to where the green sun is supposed to be? Are we saying that, like, their Durst is in the same place as where the green sun is created? You have 2 quest beds. Oh, okay. Oh, they rode Durst's moon to the green sun. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that part. Gotcha. Alright. Meanwhile, the reckoning or what have you is going on. Jade, like, fully passes away on her quest bed and now goes God tier and now has Beck powers because her dream self had been combined with Beck because of the way she did prototyping. I love how Jade is just like, I can shrink things. I just love the look on Jade's face. And now Jade is doing what she promised she would do and save everyone. I forget exactly how it went. But I remember, like, a couple streams ago, Jade had been talking about, like, how she made an impossible promise, like she would create the Genesis Frog or whatever, like, save everyone. Actually, no, that was her promise, was like, save everyone, like, literally everyone. And she was like, how am I gonna do that? But because she has Beck powers and she can, like, shrink down the planets, she can bring everyone with her. So she's doing what she said she would. The scratch has been completed. John's like, okay, cool. And then there's the ring. There's the White Queen's ring. And I didn't realize this part till after the fact. Like, Peregrine Mendicant puts on the ring and becomes, like, a white Bec Noir. I guess Bec Blanco or something like that. I don't know. Dave and Rose are like, oh god, we're gonna die. And meanwhile, Jade is, like, doing, like, the most awesome things ever. She's just like, do-do-do-do-do. Hello. I am grabbing everyone's planets now. I'm Jade. Oh man, so many things happening. And Peregrine Mendicant's putting on the ring. And Jade is creating a 4th wall. God, I love this. This is so cool. And John's standing there like, hey, that's cool. And our lives flash before our eyes. And Gamzee is like, Hey, I'm Gamzee. Honk. Honk! Suckers. Still not sure what that's all about. The suckers thing. Oh, maybe it's suckers because they create the green sun instead of, like, blowing it up. So there's the green sun being created. Oh, man. But, in doing that, that's also how Dave and Rose go God tier, because they were standing on their quest beds when they got blowed up. And Aradia's like, hello. Vriska is a really good character. Like, regardless of how you feel about her, like, Vriska is, like, one of the more complex characters in Homestuck. And they're like, oh, there it is! There's the signal! Trezu's like, it's over there! Karkat's like, no, actually, it's over there. I like that little bit of humor there. And then Solix is like, I'm gonna use my ancestors' driving everything powers. I'm gonna be the engine. Or, the helmsman. I'm gonna be the helmsman. Meanwhile, Jack is like, huh? It's like, what is this? Oh, okay, Rhapsody. That's a good point. All right, now we've got God tier Dave and we've got God tier Rose. Oh man, I wonder if we'll see God tier Rose go Grimdark, like a Grimdark God tier Rose. That might be like amazing. And then here is Peregrine Mendicant, who is now, I'm guessing, on equal footing with Jack because they're both prototyped with the same stuff. Like, they both have, like, the rings that came from the human session. So they should have the same powers, yeah? So I'd imagine they're on equal footing with each other. And then they break through the fourth wall. Everyone breaks through the fourth wall. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's true. Peregrine Mendicant has Serenity with her. Oh man, I can't wait to see Bec Noir and Bec Blanco throw down. I'm just gonna call her Bec Blanco, if that's okay with you. Because I feel like that's awesome. Oh man, this is so cool. How is this so cool, everyone? How is this so cool? Okay. Alright, end of Act 5. Let's begin Intermission 2. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. So we got the, so this looks like it's Lord English related. So we've got all the pool balls and stuff. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's that code! Oh, damn. Well, yes, everyone's dead. So remind me, the code, like, resets the universe, right? Or, like, destroys it or something? Like, it's set to go, like, the moment Lord English enters the universe? Oh god, what is happening with Scratch? Oh my god, is he like going like Incredible Hulk on us? Or is Lord English like emerging from Scratch? The code awakened Lord English, oh god. Oh, and I recognize this tune. This tune is English, isn't it? From, the Felt album? Oh god. Oh god, that doesn't look good. Oh! Oh, that's our friends! They're in Andrew Hussey's apartment now! Oh my god, Doc Scratch is the perfect host. Oh crap, that's Lord English's coat. Oh god. Well, wait, what happened there? So did Lord English, like, emerge only to get sealed in, like, a sarcophagus or something? Honk! What? What? Honk? What? What? Alright, what does Gamzee have to do with this? Oh, man. Oh, the vast honk. Oh, God. The vast honk. Oh, dear. So, that's like one of those, what, like, universe ending / beginning events. Oh, man. Okay, well, so that's our first peek at Lord English, like, in the flesh, right? That's what I'm getting out of this. Oh, damn. The most important oh man, the most important character in Homestuck is watching miracles happen. Oh god. Oh jeez. All right. Well, let's move on. So that was a brief intermission. Now let's begin Act 6. So Act 6 is the shortest act in Homestuck, right? Like, it's only like, what, 2 pages? Whoa, green curtain. Ooh, what's going on here? So this is like the Earth and the Moon. So is this like everything getting reset after the scratch? Oh, someone's playing piano. That's cool. Okay, so it looks like they succeeded with the scratch. It looks like everything's been like reset and restored. And that looks like John's house. Ooh, it's fall. Oh my god, Arrested Development. I love Arrested Development. Colonel Sassacre's book. Guns. Ah, Liv Tyler. I think. At least it looked like Liv Tyler. Yeah, I love that. I love that Arrested Development reference there. I blew myself. And this looks like Dave's City. Sweetbro and Hella Jeff the movie? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's Cal. Oh, and there's Jade's place. There's the Frog Shrine. Oh, what's this? So that looks like a... Wait, that looks like a baby Jade, but it's wearing, like, John's shirt. Oh, no, wait, this makes sense because they reset the universe, so things didn't quite happen the same way as before. So this is like... So is this like the John of the reset universe? Ah, there are symbols here, and I wish I could read them. Alright. Let's move forward. Oh, whose hand is that? Whose hands are that? Homestuck. Oh my gosh. We're starting over. Everything's reset and we're starting over. Oh my gosh, Sburb Alpha. So instead of beta, it's alpha. There's a Betty Crocker logo on that poster. Oh my gosh. Oh, and here's like the Midnight Crew stuff over here. There's a fedora here, and then there's an Arrested Development poster over here. So she likes, I guess, TV shows instead of like movies and stuff. So, oh, Problem Sleuth. Yeah, it's Problem Sleuth. Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, it's not Midnight Crew. It's Problem Sleuth. Well, they look similar. Oh man. By the way, hello to everyone who's come in since I started, and if you said hi and I didn't see you, I am sorry. I am sorry. But, I see Kitty, hello Kitty, and Infinite Snowman, hello, and Apocalypse Prism, hi. How's it going? Alright, let me put Lumi back on. Let me make sure I don't blast your ears when I turn this back on. There we go. Alright. No, Samus, you cannot say hi. You may never say hi. Okay. Alright. A young lady stands in her bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 11th of November 2011, is the date scheduled for the launch of a highly exclusive playtesting experience for a much anticipated game. The young lady is expecting to find this game in her mailbox today. She's expecting the game to be enclosed in a pair of envelopes, and printed on these envelopes, she's expecting to find her name. What do you suppose the name on the envelopes will be? Okay, so I'm not looking at chat directly for people who are talking about plot points, but, yes. So, please make sure you're not accidentally spoiling anything. If there's, like, even remotely a debate over whether or not it's a spoiler, err on the side of caution of not mentioning it. That said, I know that it's, like, probably really hard. I appreciate that it's challenging for some of you guys to contain your excitement because you love Homestuck, and I really love that you love Homestuck and that you're here. So, I believe in you. I believe that you can do your best to err on the side of caution. So, anyway. No, you're not making a shitstorm, Heterosapiens. I'm glad you guys are here. This once, every so often, we just need like a friendly reminder to try your best to avoid spoilers. But I appreciate that you're all here. Jane Crocker. Oh my god, Crocker is actually her last name. Is she of the Betty Crocker family? You cannot enter her name. It was already engraved on her honorary placronym on her 13th birthday, which was about 2.5 years ago, and has been sitting here neatly on the bookshelf ever since. Attempting to engrave it with another name after completing this sacred rite of passage is practically unheard of, and is a gesture nearly as offensive as it would be if you tried to name her something dumb like Barnstench Fartface. Luckily, she is not the sort to hold a grudge, and she will let it slide this time, as long as you hurry up and get her big day started. Oh my gosh. Examine room. Your name is Jane. As was previously mentioned, you are poised for an elite opportunity to test the Sburb Alpha. It is so elite, in fact, that you are the only of your kind invited to playtest. Though you guessed that probably comes with the territory of being the heiress apparent to a baked goods empire, you don't suppose it hurts that you are said empire's #1 fangirl either. It should come as no surprise that you enjoy baking, but you also adore reading detective stories. You fancy yourself a skilled prankstress, if by no other measure than lineage, though at times you feel it's tough to fill those shoes when you are surrounded by jokers. Seriously, the shenanigans perpetrated by your pals make your old school japes feel kind of pedestrian sometimes. But oh well, you love them all anyway. You once dabbled in amateur botany, but found it too frustrating because your vegetables kept Actually, you know what? You don't want to talk about it. Wait, her vegetables kept disappearing? Like her pumpkins, perhaps? Perhaps her pumpkins kept disappearing? Maybe? I'm just saying. You love situation comedies, whilst holding particular affection for mustachioed funny men. You know, your Foxworthys, your Funkes, your Swansons. Oh my gosh, does she have a Ron Swanson poster? She does have a Ron Swanson poster! Yes! I love Ron Swanson. I am a fan of Jane already. Let's see. But not necessarily your Gallagher's, per se, because you have to draw the fucking line somewhere. You are also pleased to contemplate frightening fauna, though saddened by their regrettable fakeness attribute. But none of that's on your mind now, because you are psyched about this special date, 11/11/11, i.e. 2 to the 3rd prong day, whatever that means. Or 2 times 3 prong day. Not 2 the 2 times 3 prong day. Whatever that means. A date exhibiting just the sort of numerical gimmick corporations love to exploit for their big releases, or for launching major rebranding initiatives. In the case of your cherished multi-global empire, both such events are slated to happen today. You can't wait to see what is in store, and for the mail to come. When it does, you will waste no time in embarking on the game's maiden voyage. And if even a fraction of what you heard turns out to be true, you are prepared to have the time of your life. What will you do? Ooh. Hey guys, let's all just calm down and enjoy some Homestuck. Alright, so I'm taking a look at the room here. So we've got Jeff Foxworthy over here. Got Ron Swanson over here. Got Tobias Funke over here. Got some other stuff here. I don't know what this guy is. Like, I want to say, like, this looks a little bit like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, but I know it's not Drax, because he looks less goofy than actual Drax. So we got November Calendar over here. Got a couple of Problem Sleuth posters. Got a nice looking computer set up over here. Nice room. I like it. Oh, that's Dr. Manhattan. Okay. Gotcha. You know what? I haven't seen The Watchmen. I need to see The Watchmen. Yo, how's it going, Zai? Alright. Jane, quickly retrieve arms from chest. Jane is not empowered to rehash his tired running gag because all of a sudden she's too busy being the other guy. Wait, what? What happened here? We need to figure out what this fella's name is. Prato. Holy crap. All of a sudden we're another guy. Just got out of bed? Okay. That sounds great, Zai. That sounds like a great way to spend your Saturday morning. Jake English. Wait, his last name is English? I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is Jake his middle name and is his first name Lord? Oh my gosh. Hey guys, whatever we were talking about over what is and isn't a spoiler, it's like long gone off the chat screen, so can we just like forget about it and be friends and like move on? Please. Please. For me? Me, the guy with the Nepeta beanie? Like, how can anyone be upset when there's this adorable Nepeta beanie on the screen? And also this adorable dog right here. Everyone, let's look at my dog. My dog is adorable. Actually, let's take a moment to boop the snoot. Here's her snoot. Alright, everyone. I'll give you a few seconds to boop the snoot. And then let's all move on. No, come back, Snoot. Tara. Oh, Tara moved her snoot. She's like, I don't want you to boop my snoot. Alright, boop the snoot. Everyone boop the snoot. Oh my gosh, she did a little blep there. Like a little mini dog blep. Okay. Alright. There we go. Boop to snoot. Snoot booping. Bringing peace to Homestuck fans everywhere. Oh, you guys are great. Okay, let's carry on with learning about Jake English. Lord Jake English? I'm just going to refer to him as Lord Jake English. No, I'm not. Once again, you make the incalculable blunder of attempting to engrave an already allocated placronym. His name was etched when he turned 13, too, almost 3 years ago. It's been sitting here messily in this unbelievably deadly pile of guns ever since. What sort of vulgar, childish moniker were you trying to stick this? Were you going to stick this poor bastard with? Barf breath turd smirk? It doesn't even matter. Just tell him what to do. Okay, so this is the new Jade. Your name is Jake. You love movies. All movies. You would describe your taste in film as eclectic, but in truth, it isn't much less than totally indiscriminate. You bluster frequently of exuberance for firearms and fisticuffs and adventure, though you have no human company with which to share these interests. But who needs chums when you can enjoy a top-notch gander of your gals of cerulean complexion? Hubba hubba. Oh my gosh. He does have like so many gals of cerulean complexion. You're known to be found with your nose in a comic book or two. Not that that makes you a nerd or anything. Like you even care about that. Not a gent of your panache and swagger. Qualities which you would bandy with aplomb? What does bandy mean? I don't understand what bandy means. I'll have to look that up later. But bandy with aplomb on your globe-spanning adventures, hypothetically speaking. You would love to travel around the world, toppling any sacred urns you encountered. You'd be tickled by the opportunity to defile hallowed tombs everywhere, raiding them of their treasures. And how you would give your right leg for a shot at desecrating the shit out of some real-life mystic ruins for their Byzantine wares. Luckily for your limb, there's a dandy set of such ruins nearby, and you desecrate them quite frequently. Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly, Wildcard. I'm not surprised at that, because they do have shared genetics there. Let's see. You are also troubled to contemplate frightening fauna, and plagued daily by their regrettable realness attribute. What else? You sure like to wrestle. Did you mention fisticuffs yet? You know, scrums and whatnot. Also, skulls. Gosh, you love skulls. There's a good skull at the heart of any mystery, haunting its every page. That's what you always say. Or at least, it is what you always hope. What will you do? So I'm gonna take a look at the room here for a sec. Man, so many movie posters. So like clearly obsessed with The Mummy, and this looks like The Incredible Hulk right here. Avatar. This is oh god, what's her face from X-Men? I can't remember off the top of my head. Stargate, Tomb Raider, National Treasure, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. What? He has the crappiest Indiana Jones movie poster? Oh my god, Weekend at Bernie's for some reason. Ghost Rider, and there's Nick Cage. Gotta have Nick Cage. Oh, Heath Ledger, rest in peace. Terminator. Oh, this is from Star Wars, like the prequel trilogy. That one blue girl. Black Knight, Knights of Camelot. Kid in King Arthur's Court. Army of Darkness. Oh man, that movie is so cool. All right. Mystique, yes, thank you, Savis, thank you. Mystique is pretty badass. All right, Jake, retrieve arms from floor, post haste. You make a dutiful motion towards your trusty firearms, doing your part to assail the mushy carcass of a horse that passed away long ago, when suddenly a wild character select screen approaches. Wait, choose your character? You really feel like you're in the driver's seat now. You can basically take the story literally anywhere, as long as you don't pick one of those shattery characters, and as long as the panels are actually finished being drawn. It is like this whole panoramic cornucopia of limitless possibilities sprawling before your very eyes. Who do you want to be? Oh my gosh. So, I have choices? I could be one of these two. Or I could totally click on one of the shadowy things, although they say not to choose the shadowy things. Let's try to be one of the other characters. Oh, I can't. I'm clicking on it, and I can't. Okay, but what part of the world are they in? So, alright, so Jane is in the Pacific Northwest. And then Jake is like out in an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, which is par for the course there. Okay, so the rose equivalent, at least I'm assuming the rose equivalent, maybe it's not the rose equivalent, but this character is in what looks like upstate New York. Like, I don't know, is that like by Buffalo? I don't know. And then this character is in Texas, like near the Gulf Coast. At least I think that's Texas. Probably. Alright, anyway, sorry. Alright, well, let's go with Jane. You are suddenly Jane again. What was it you're up to? Oh, right, this game. You're excited about that. Earlier this morning, you thought you heard the mail truck, even though the mail never comes in the morning. But just to be sure, you rushed downstairs to check. Even though due to recent events, you're forbidden from leaving the house. Ooh, why? What recent events caused Jane to be forbidden from leaving the house? Alright. Alas, it was not there, and you sort of spaced out at the sky with a goofy grin on your face for no great reason. And then you were caught red-handed by your guardian. Then you got in trouble. You think you might be grounded now? Whatever, Dad! So, space out the sky with a goofy grin on your face. Oh, so she was forbidden from leaving the house, but she left the house anyway to check the mail, then spaced out, looking at the sun for no reason. Alright, examine fetch modus. Let's examine your fetch modus. It's your recipe modus, an extremely handy little inventory widget your dad got for you for your birthday a couple years ago. He can be a real hard ass sometimes. Not really, but he sure knows how to spoil his little girl. Oh, math test? How'd it go, Dragon Spirit? I love math tests because I taught math. Anyway, Jane, capture log it. And I love how this feels so much like the beginning of Act 1. You stick the recipe modus in your, recipe modus. You flip the card over and look at the back. The thing about this modus you think is really cool is that instead of showing a completely useless, wobbly, garbled code on the back, it itemizes the components which could be used to create it. In a completely hypothetical framework, of course. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I love that. How, like, instead of, like, the code on the back, it has, like, this is what you need to make this. It's really cool. Oh, okay, cool, Dragon Spirit. Well, I hope it went well. Yo, Namalika! It's okay, we just started Act 6. We haven't gotten too far into it. Because we rewatched Cascade and all that stuff, so. Well, that's a good question, Infinite Snowman. Maybe we'll find out. Or maybe we won't, ever. Just another wonderful innovation by your favorite company. It releases many products of an experimental nature, often with applicability to other kinds of technology and products which haven't hit the market yet. Of course, as the heiress, you are privy to all the sweetest gear in advance. Maybe you'll rummage through some of that stuff later. The modus as a capture-logged object has only one simple recipe. Involving an array modus, snore, and a cookbook, yes! Other objects have more varied and elaborate recipes, though. I have thought of a new recipe! Jane, get hat. You capture log your favorite hat, which is also your only hat. You spent basically your entire childhood in this hat, pretending to be hard-boiled detectives and whatnot. In public, you and your dad made quite the pair. Everyone could tell by a glance that you were your father's daughter, sired from his loins directly and genetically, through what was undoubtedly a natural process of human procreation involving a man and a woman. People would definitely nod and say, yep, that little lady sure did emerge from a womb on account of that gentleman's awesome virility. This is so delightful. Holy crap, it is the matriorb. What's the matriorb doing on this? So to make this hat, you need like this almanac and a stake, and then is this like a gun? Is this gun or top hat? And then this and this or matriorb? I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, there are loads of ways to cook up a hat like this, involving many stupid combinations of random objects. Oh, so there are like 3 different ways to make this hat, I guess. So, for example, the matriorb and like 100 trillion of this sparkly diamond grist thing. That seems reasonable. Alright. Alright, Jane, inspect your posters. It's one of your funny men pinups. A glorious Foxworthy. It's one interest that overlaps with your dad's. He thinks his corny redneck shtick is the funniest thing since sliced bread. That was sliced by a hilarious clown with a laugh knife. Honestly, you don't care much for his comedy though. Dealing the low income bucolic classes. I'm sorry. That's an interesting combination of words. I needed to like stop and read it. Okay. Dealing the low-income bucolic class's affectionate sass ad nauseum isn't what you call your cup of tea. You just think he's really handsome. Every time he starts rattling off pointers on how to self-diagnose bumpkinhood, you just get lost in that pair of blue twinklers and those soft auburn lip bristles. You were so shy when you got the poster autographed. If only you felt worthy of that fox. Oh, and there's one of your Problem Sleuth posters. You've got a lot of Problem Sleuth stuff, because you think detective stories are just so swell. This was the last panel in the first story, which ended a little before your 13th birthday. Okay, I'm not going to click on that, because I do want to read Problem Sleuth someday. I don't want to, like, spoil myself on anything. So, another time. Which ended a little before your 13th birthday. Since then, the author has been steadily updating Problem Sleuth 2, which you have been following avidly. You are happy that he stayed in that lane, and stuck with a time-tested formula. If you went in a different direction, you probably would have found it really disappointing. Alright, Jane, check out other posters. So we've got our Funke, we've got more stuff. More and more stuff. Another sleuth poster, of course, with two of your favorite dames ever. The Tobias and the Manhattan were gifts for your 14th birthday, sent to you by your good buddy Jake. Just a couple of periwinkle heartthrobs, unquestionably sent in playful retaliation for the ribbing you've given him over the years for his inexplicable infatuation with his phthalo femmes. So he made a couple of coy recommendations for objects of your attraction, and you have hung his cobalt beefcakes here ever since. He was pretty spot on with the blue Funke, to be honest. Since that's, like, the best show ever, it is such a good show. Mr. Cross can blue himself anytime, as far as you are concerned. But the Manhattan, not so much. Comics aren't really your thing, but you hung it up anyway, because that's the sort of thing you do in a mildly escalating feud of passive-aggressive one-upsmanship. You own it. But you felt kind of weird about having his blue muted penis dangle over your head while you sleep, so you covered it up with something even more obscene. Some sort of revolting troll Howie Mandel. Also gifted to you by Jake. Good lord, does that kid have some spotty tastes. Oh my gosh. There's also your magnificent Swanson. Ron Swanson is the perfect man. You have tried to order all of the bacon and eggs in a restaurant on several occasions, but your dad never lets the order go beyond the joke level. What a fuddy-duddy. Oh my gosh. I love Ron Swanson. So those of you who are familiar with Parks and Rec and familiar with Ron Swanson, there is a dinner place in Chicago that is Ron Swanson themed, and they actually have a burger called the Ron Swanson, and the burger patty itself is like wrapped completely in bacon, and it has a fried egg on top of it, and it is delicious. And also, give me all the eggs and bacon you have is a line that I quote often, so I'm very happy about this right now. Also, let me show you guys real quick if I can pull it up. So there's one episode. Actually, there's a couple of episodes of Parks and Rec where they show in Ron Swanson's office. He has this poster that's just a plate of like bacon and eggs and toast. And the moment I saw it for the first time in an episode of Parks and Rec, I immediately ordered it. Let me pull it over and show it to you guys. So it's this poster. I immediately ordered this poster, and now it hangs in my kitchen. So I was like, I need to have this poster, and now I do. So anyway. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Parks and Recreation, it's a good show. If you choose to watch it, you definitely have to power through the first season, but it gets so much better after the first season, so. Anyway, sorry for the little sidetrack there. Oh wait, did I finish reading that? But your dad never lets... Okay, you've tried to order all of the bacon and eggs in a restaurant on several occasions, but your dad never lets the order go beyond the joke level. What a fuddy-duddy. Alright. Alright. Jane, take your spoon. Strife specimen, spoon kind. You tuck your trusty Junior Battermaster's Bullbuster Stirring Solution 50,000 into your Strife deck, allocated with the ever martially pragmatic spoon kind. Excuse me. You wouldn't have it any other way. You love your fancy spoon. It has several million recipes stored in it, and walks you through each step with a soothing female robot voice, just like in science fiction. Some urban legends say that the device also broadcasts subliminal messages distributing ominous Crocker Corps propaganda. But you don't put any stock in that sort of baloney for a second. There is one switch on it that doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe yours is defective? Still, it's perfectly serviceable, and has assisted you in whipping many a cake into delicious submission. So there's a switch on it that doesn't appear to do anything, but I'm guessing in reality it actually does something. So, yes. Anyway, Jane, examine bunnies. These customized bunnies were gifts to you on your 13th birthday from 2 of your friends. Both were heirlooms passed down to them. And they decided to coordinate gift ideas and send you dressed up versions of their beloved childhood toys. You like to think he was shooting for a detective bunny with the one on the left, but you know realistically it was probably an Indiana Jones bunny more in line with his interests than yours, especially since it came with a little whip you have since misplaced. The bunny used to belong to his grandma. The other one used to belong to your friend's mom, and she dressed it as a wizard, which was also unapologetically more representative of her interests than yours. That's okay though, you love the gesture anyway, and you and she are totally BFFZs forevers, in her words, and you agree with them. You did get one more bunny from your other pal. He had to make it himself from scratch, since for some ridiculous reason, he didn't happen to have a ratty old bunny heirloom lying around. His gift was somewhat less innocuous. You have no idea where it is though. Probably just as well. Okay, so this one on the left is totally from Jake. The one on the right is, I'm guessing from whoever the Rose of this universe is. And then the other one is from... The other one that is not shown is from the Dave of the universe, I'm guessing. I like to think that too, Samus. Like, I try to, like, yell at every caps word. Just, like, randomly. Alright, Jane, look out the window. You've been fidgeting around your room all day, making little observations about your various belongings, checking the clock. When will the dang mail get here? You take another peek out the window, just in case. It's still not there, but there is your dad. What's he up to? Alright, so Dad looks the same as previous Dad. He just capture logged the car. Oh my god, I love that. I love that he just capture logged the entire car. Oh, that's right. He was going to wash it today. He's probably taking it into the backyard next to the garden hose. He keeps a very busy fatherly itinerary. So many dad things to do every single day. If the mail arrives soon, this would be a great opportunity to sneak out and get it. Fingers crossed. Oh, that's right. I remember back in Act 1, John was being sneaky about fetching the mail too, so very, very similarities. Yes, that is a nice difference between this universe and the past universe, is that Dad is very alive and not at all dead. Yeah, I think this track might be from one of the fan albums or something. I don't know, but it's on Lumi though. Yeah, right, I smile like not only that, like imagine looking outside and seeing your dad shove a car in his wallet and then like thinking that that's like not at all strange. Like it's a totally normal thing. Like, what a world. Anyway. Looks like somebody is bothering you. He better make it quick. You've got a window to stay glued to. Alright, so we're being pestered by, I think Jake. I think that's Jake's symbol. Oh my gosh, but it's not Pester Chum, it's Betty Bother. You know you should really switch to Pester Chum. It's what your friends use, and it's a lot better than Betty Bother, if you're being honest with yourself. BB is just so spammy and annoying with all the pop-ups everywhere. Okay, so Pester Chum still exists. but there's also a Betty Bother. Yep, it does look really spammy. Look at this dreadful clutter. You've got to switch. But then, brand loyalty is a powerful thing. Looks like Jake is messaging you. Answer Jake. Oh my god, he has a cool headgear thing. That's awesome. Oh wow, like this little like hand animation looks like so much more detailed than like Act 1. It's really cool. Oh wait, Dragon Spirit, what did you want me to wait for on the previous page? Oh, is there stuff going on? Yeah, I see things like flashing up for like a brief moment. There's like submit, stay asleep, obey. Oh, it's like the subliminal messaging. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Alright. Alright. Golgotha's terror began bothering Gutsy Gumshoe. So we got GT and we got GG. Oh man, I need to think of voices for these guys too. Man, what should my voice for Jake be? He'd just be like, I can just talk like this. This could be Jake's voice. Jane, forgive my botherations. I know this is meant to be a spanking rip snorter of a day for you and all. But do you happen to know where the devil fucking Dickens Mr. Strider might be? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Oh my god, I love all these reactions. This is great. You guys are the best. Oh, so guys, so real talk though, is Jake actually British? Like, should I do some kind of British voice? I'm seeing a lot of he's British. So really what I should have done is something like, Jane, forgive my botherations. I know this is meant to be a spanking rip snorter of a day for you and all. But do you happen to know where the devil fucking Dickens Mr. Strider might be? I'm kidding, you guys. I'm kidding. I am joking. I am totally joking. I'm not going to do that voice that way. I'm definitely not going to. Alright. So something like, Jane, forgive my botherations. I know this is meant to be a spanking rip snorter of a day for you and all, but do you happen to know where the devil fucking Dickens Mr. Strider might be? So something like that? Is that better? Okay. Oh yeah, where is Tara? Oh, Tara moved to the other side of the couch. Sorry, that's a good question. Okay. Alright, and then Jane I could do probably just kind of a plain voice. Plain Jane, I guess. Oh no, Prokaryotic Kitty. Oh no, unfollowed, unsubbed. I'm sorry. Alright. Oh, that's fine. I had been meaning to message you sooner, actually, but I suppose in all the hubbub today, it plumb slipped my mind. Which is a shocking fact on its lonesome, considering what I have to tell you. Wait, are they all British? Or is just Jake British? I mean that's fair, Banjo Wafer, but I do have a dulcet baritone as my normal voice, so... Anyway. Okay, so just Jake is British? Okay, good. Egad, loosens collar a bit. As for the Strider business, he's an elusive guy, Jake, you know that. I talked to him yesterday. That's as much help as I can be. Shoot. I really need to ask him something, but he's got his blasted autoresponder turned on. Hoo-hoo! I love that thing. He wouldn't be pleased to hear you say that. What do you need with him? Does this have to do with your crazy pen pal project? It certainly does, and time is of the essence. Today is the day I have to finish it and send it, not a day later. So you see why I'm feeling really friggin' discombobulated at the moment. Sorry, Jay. Oh, this would be the birthday present. This would be the birthday present for your grandmother? No. It is for your grandfather, simply to be relayed to him by my grandmother. A joint gift from him and she and I. Her and me. What? Who and you now? A joint gift from her and me. Grammar, Jake. Oh, for frig's flipping sake, Jane, this is no time for your prudish pedantry. Leave your bookish malarkey in a dusty old library somewhere. I have an adventure to get on with. Oh my god, is the autoresponder a thing? Oh my gosh. Yo, how's it going, Metaton? Hello! Hi. What was I? I have an adventure to get on with. So, if I have this straight, the big thing hogging up your plate today is not this marvelous new game which I have invited you to play with me, but finishing a robotic rabbit to give to my dead Pop-Pop? Bingo! Double pistols and a wink. You are a very strange and silly boy. Please, Jane, we have addressed this. I'm sending the gift back in time to when they are both alive and about our age. Or something like that. Something funny is going on here that I have not fully grappled yet, but dagnabbit if I'm not gonna see it through. Well, Godspeed then. I do hope you can pull it off. Are you being fresh with me now? No! Look, Jane, I know you've never believed me and you think everything I say is some big cockamamie goof-off, but I think today of all days is when you should start taking some things more seriously. Especially since I have always had your back. I've always believed in you. Hey, I've believed in you too. However, believing somebody isn't the same thing as believing in somebody. But that much said, I think that maybe I'm getting ready to believe some of the wild stories I've heard. Or, if not believe outright, reserve judgment on at least. Is that so? I don't know. I'm still not sure what to think. But what I wanted to tell you this morning was, I had a really wild dream last night, and you were in it. Oh my! Glasses fog up, fumbles for kerchief. Shh, not like that. It was so real, I think we were in the game, even though we hadn't started playing it yet. I don't know what to make of it, whether it was a vision of the future, or somewhere that exists now, or if it was just a really lucid dream due to excitement. What was I doing there? Not a heck of a lot. I really want to tell you all about it, but it'll take some time to explain, and we both have things to attend to. You with your time-traveling rabbit work, and I my vigilant window gazing. Too true. Let us reconvene later and sort out all this shit at a leisurely pace. Yes, okay, good luck, Jake. Okay, you too, Jane. Bye. Forgot this terror ceased bothering Gutsy Gumshoe. I'm glad, Amalika. Oh, Dragon Spirit, thanks for the follow. Alright. Guys, it's just after 11 o'clock, so it's the top of the hour. Let's take a quick stretch break. I'm going to get up and actually refill my coffee, and then we will continue with hour 2 of Act 6. Hour 2 of 3. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, hour 2 is the only hour left of the stream. But we'll be done with Act 6 by the end of the stream. No, we won't. We will not. That is not true. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and get coffee now. Goodness, you're having some dream twitches. How are you doing, baby? You having a good morning? Having a good morning lying on the couch and being a dog? Oh, what a dog. How did you get to be such a dog? Years and years of hard study and being in a dog school, I'm sure. Yes. If you're not playing with Doggo during stretch break, you're doing stretch break totally wrong. Alright. Anyway. Oh, Dragon Master getting another slice of cake. Wait, are you guys unfollowing and refollowing? Well, anyway, Weirdo, thank you for the follow. Whoa, I just fogged up my glasses. Can you see that, guys? Look at me fog up my glasses. I'm gonna do it again. Well, now I can't see. I guess I can't read Homestuck anymore. Oh well. Stream's over, you guys. Just kidding. Kanaya Mom? That's a cool name change. Fumble with my handkerchief. I don't have a handkerchief. Oh, that's a good point, Kayla. I could just like lick my screen. I'll just do it the Terezi way. All right. Okay, Jane, check clock. Hold the phone. 11:10. You almost forgot. 1 minute until the Empire's rebranding launch. You wonder if it will live up to the hype? Guess you'll find out. Oh man, that's right. 11/11 on 11/11 was like the ultimate epic Make-A-Wish day. All right, Jane, wait a minute. Literally wait a minute. You write out another 60 seconds and... Huh? Something happened to your baking chest. Did the logo just change? You wonder what else may have been affected. So that's an interesting symbol change. It's gone from the Betty Crocker spoon logo to like some kind of trident thinger. That's okay, Rhapsody. Neither do I. Of course, this is my first time just like seeing this. Oh yeah, the logo changed on the Sburb poster too. Yep, this one changed too. Crocker Corp is nothing if not thorough with its rebranding branding tactics. You guess it's pretty cool? It's just a fork instead of a spoon. Not the most awe-inspiring logo you've ever seen, but who are you to judge? Aside from the future owner of the company. You take a mental note that when you turn 18 and inherit the company, you will change it back to a spoon. You love the spoon. That's fantastic. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we have seen this trident before. Like, my immediate thought is like, well, if a fairy had a trident, but I don't know if this is actually a fairy reference. Like, maybe it's something else. Alright. Fork kind. Sure enough, the Junior Battermaster's Bullbuster Stirring Solution 550,000 has been affected too, along with your Specipus. Alright, try flipping switch. Oh, she can switch between spoon and fork. You try the broken switch again. Hey look, it does something now, toggling your trusty Bullbuster between a stirring solution and a poking solution. Neat! That is fantastic. Oh my god, all you guys unfollowing and refollowing. Kitty, Dre, thank you. Alright, back to the window. Nope, still nothing. You surely would have heard the truck pull up. You guessed the Empire wasn't able to coordinate the mail with its rebranding. Maybe the US Postal Service is the one thing it doesn't have its gnarled claws in yet? Another mental note. Sink gnarled claws into post office when you take over. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Alright, Jane, open chest. You decide to pass the time by rummaging through your baking chest and... Hang on. Maybe later. So... Just taking a peek at what's in her chest. I'm guessing that's a picture of her dead Pop. Alright, Jane. Answer whoever's pestering you. Uranian Umbra began cheering Gutsy Gumshoe at 11:17. Okay, so Uranian Umbra. Is this one of the new kids? And if so, what kind of voice should I do for this one? This one seems to be using big words, so I'm guessing this is kind of an intelligent person. Is this the new Rose? Very sweet and innocent British. Okay. Alright, so something like, good morning, lovely. Why, hello. So, I guess today is finally the day you make everything better. Ah! It is the day whereafter the legendary octet of mutual progenitoriety will come together and heal a great breach in paradox space. A day delivered through 80 billion years in 4 distinct universal instances worth of unfathomable turbulence. And while the emerald eye of this storm is fixed on the abyss forever. Awesome, thank you guys. Today you are poised to escape its scowl once and for all. By Skya's guiding light, you may leave behind its turning arms of bright colors and mayhem, and secure peace for your cosmic progeny for all duration. And if you are to meet this departure with trepidation, I would understand. But also I would ask, is there nothing I could do to ease your mind? Gosh, so formal today. Yes, I'm afraid I'm guilty of rehearsing this pep talk well in advance. I thought you deserved a proper send-off. Okay. Oh, wait. This is gray. Is this like the new car cat? I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm just like wondering aloud. Let's see. Daw. Well then, is there nothing I can do? It was a serious question. Oh, you needn't worry about easing my nerves. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be nearly as thrilled about today as I am. Splendid! But remember, I will be here to help, whilst refraining from casual spoilers to the best of my ability. That is reassuring. Wait, there wouldn't be a new car cat, would there? Like, they wouldn't reset the trolls. Never mind. Let's see. That is reassuring. Have you corresponded with your first designated co-player yet? No, I haven't seen her online yet today. I'm really hoping Lalonde won't flake out on me this time. Have you heard from her? Not the today that is local to you. Though I do have a wee bit more trouble monitoring her than the rest of you. Curious dark patches in transmission. Humph. Still, I wouldn't fret over it. She is as good a chum as any as you have, and should come through ultimately, even if things seem dire. If you say so. Oh, I wanted to tell you I had an amazing dream last night. Blimey! I believe it may have been of the sort you described. A dream of awakening, presuming I haven't just flat out lost my marbles. Indeed, I'm sure it was. I knew you'd wake up soon. Why don't you describe what you saw? Oh, so Jane is talking about waking up on, it looks like Prospect. I was in a bright gold city. Above was a brilliant blue sky, but the horizon was as dark as night. Was this the place you told me about? Oh, what was it called? Oh, shucks. Does this count as a casual spoiler? Not at all. That is a simple detail about the realm you are about to explore, without directly involving your future decisions of consequence. The place you visited was called Prospect. It is where I have woken up every time I have gone to sleep for most of my life. I didn't see you there. At least I don't think I did. No, you wouldn't have. My Prospect is an alternate version from yours, in a completely different session quite far afield of your reality. If we are ever to meet in person, it is unlikely to be while playing our respective games. Years and years of practice, Dragon Spirit. Years and years of practice. Oh, causal spoiler. Okay. Alright, yeah, I totally misread that. It's causal spoiler. That makes perfect sense why it's called a causal spoiler. Okay. Let's see. Okay then. I mentioned this briefly to Jake, and he didn't have much to say before we parted ways. I will gather that if this is all true, then it means Jake is not awoken yet? I think this is for you to determine in time. What is your hunch? I don't know, but there was one thing about the dream that was very troubling. I'm becoming nervous to consider what it might mean. Understandable, but it will be important to practice patience today. You have a long road ahead of you, and many questions will be answered in time. But we can talk it over later. Now we both have games to prepare for. I know you can never fully appreciate what this actually meant, but I took much care to sync up these conversations with you on the same day that I begin playing as well. That way we can journey through our sessions together and compare notes. I'm still not sure I appreciate what that means, but I appreciate that a nice gesture has been made if you say so. I guess I should just start believing all of this now, huh? Rather than learning it to be true later and feeling the fool for all my curmudgeonly skepticism? Wink. For starters, I guess I could drop my reservations about your story. Will you? I can write off much to tomfoolery, as I'm no stranger to a good prank myself, but quite honestly, you seem too kind for this charade. Not the type I'd expect to trot out such persistent falsehoods beyond their humorous welcome. So what do I know? Consart it, maybe you are an alien girl from Uranus, and together we are about to play a game which determines the fate of existence. Sign me up! Oh, but I never claimed to be from that planet, which is only in the far reaches of your solar system. In fact, I am from much farther away, a different universe altogether. So she is a troll. Is what I'm guessing. But if you truly mean it, thank you for believing me. I mean, she's got to be a troll. Like, she has, like, typing quirks and everything. And it sounds like she knows a lot about, like, Skaya and Prospit and Durst and all that stuff. And talking about, like, making sure that she's talking to Jane, like, in a certain sequence and, like, timing conversations and stuff. Anyway. But if you truly mean it, thank you for believing me. Now, Jane, my lovely, let us prepare for this adventure. Remember what I said about the need for patience. Patience with your friends. Patience for your growth as a hero of life. And patience for coming out the other... And the patience for the coming of the other four of legend. A hero of breath and of light and of time and of space. Oh, they're talking about John and Dave, John and Rose and Dave and Jade. That's clearly a reference to them. And if you still find yourself in doubt, just check the inscription on that big old book downstairs. After all, if you can't trust words written by your own hand, then what use is trust at all? Kisses! Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the chest. Oh my god. Y'all are still trolling me with unfollowing and following. Oh my gosh. I think last I saw, we were like almost at 800 followers too. That's pretty exciting. I think we're like a few away from that. You return to your baking chest, which you use mainly for storing quality pranking apparatus and a few other odds and ends. Oh, hello, Pop Pop. His friendly face is there to greet you every time you open your chest. You would have loved to meet him. Unfortunately, his life was cut short at the tender age of 86 in a tragic accident, coincidentally on the same day you were born, or so your dad tells you. Oh my gosh. I think we all know what happened there. Yeah, it's actually a wild card. That's how many followers I have on Twitter. Let's see. Pop Crocker was a legendary comedian, following in the footsteps of his grandfather, who, of course, was the greatest southern pranking legend of all time. One day, you hope to follow in Pop's too. But then, if the whoppers you have been told recently have any truth to them, maybe you will get to meet him after all. It seems too good to be true. The only relationship you have ever had with him are through video footage of his vaudevillian antics on the stage, or through his role as Judge Johnny Stone on one of your favorite old sitcoms, Night Court. Oh man, I remember Night Court. I didn't really watch it, but... Oh, look at his hair. Yeah, I noticed that hair. That hair looks... interesting. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Anyway, let's rummage around. Just your basics when it comes to pranking. A few clever disguises. Name brand dunce cap. A slightly abridged edition of Sasuke's text. Slightly abridged? That doesn't look abridged at all. Maybe they just removed, like, a word. Updated for the modern prankster and scrubbed of a few of the more egregious julep-fueled racial slurs, several other stray books, your company's prototypical model for the Grist Widget 12,000, and of course your super handy Unreal Aris Thoughtwave Tiara Top for the young go-getting junior bannermaster on the go. Alright, Jane, dump your chest. Just threw out all the stuff. Might as well get all this crap out of here and take it with you. You never know when you might need it. You shut the chest and... Oh, hello, Harry Anderson. Always a pleasure to see you there. He is also one of your idols, and as it happens, has a bit of a history with your Pop. They were rivals on the vaudeville comedy and magic act circuit. Eventually, the less competent Anderson was shamed out of the industry and went on to greener pastures in the private dicking biz. He became one of the hardest-boiled detectives on the mean streets of the Big Easy, and later made a fortune off of his memoirs, ghostwritten by Mike Caveney. Jane, capture log all. Your Sylladex is so great, you shudder to remember some of the old shitty fetch modi you used to struggle with when you were younger, still learning the capture logging ropes. Fibonacci heap? Lol at the effing noob. Oh my goodness. Oh, you don't have to stop talking, Riacity. You're good. Oh my gosh, Stavis. Should do that. Jane, inspect books. Harry Anderson, wise guy, from the street to the screen. Pony Pals, Detective Pony. Hell fucking yes. DS. DS? That's like the initials of Dave Strider, but Dave Strider was from the other universe before it was reset. You have a cookbook, which of course was made obsolete by your computerized talking bullbuster. You wouldn't dare part with it, though. Too many wonderful memories. There's Anderson's aforementioned book, Wise Guy. His, Caveney's, stories are gripping, in a way. And then there's a customized copy of Pony Pals, a gift to you on your 14th birthday from the slippery Mr. Strider. Each page contains lovingly handwritten commentary on the deeds of this intrepid young horse. Jade, check out your grist widget. Oh, look at the recipes? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like, oh, I forget the pony's name. But this is Dave's Bros shades. Or at least, they look like Dave's Bros shades. We're in a new universe now, so maybe they're not Dave's Bros shades after all, but they sure do, by gum, look like them. Yo, Andrew, how's it going? Maple Hoof, yes, Maple Hoof. Anyway, check out the grist widget. This thing's a piece of junk. It just wastes your boon dollars and destroys your cool gear to produce these stupid things that look like gushers. But unlike gushers, which serve many practical purposes like inducing vomiting and simulating the experience of eating plump insects, these things are totally useless. Alright, Jane, insert your hat card. Oh my gosh, this like totally reminds me of like Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64, where you have like the console and you stick the cartridge like in the top, or like Sega Genesis. I had all of them. Okay, you'll try it out with one of your less prized possessions just to prove how dumb it is. Never liked this hat much. It makes you look like a gnome and basically isn't funny at all. You pop the card in. The grist widget indicates it will cost 10 boon dollars to convert this object into grist. That's not too bad, you guess. It's not like the currency has much value anyway. It was introduced as sort of a BC Corp fun bucks to be used by youngsters, specifically on qualifying merch online and stuff. Brilliant business strategy, really. As heirs to the Empire, you are naturally endowed with millions, which you have a reputation for being very, very generous with. You have been considering using your wealth to set up a scholarship fund to allow underprivileged kids to go to Boone College. Boone College? Oh my gosh. I actually liked Fruit Gushers when I was a kid. I actually enjoyed them. I tried to find some Fruit Gushers to like eat during the Homestuck Day stream, but I was unsuccessful. No, actually I was trying to find Faygo Red Pop, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know where in Chicago I can get Faygo Red Pop, but anyway. Jane, activate. See? Utterly pointless. You hope Crocker Corp was going somewhere with this technology, cause if not, this product is first in line for getting the axe when you're in charge. Jane, wear your tiara top. Oh, that looks cool. Although it looks like her head is like being bombarded with like microwave radiation, and which isn't probably healthy. Yeah. This, I think, this looks like it's from the album Colors and Mayhem? Is that one of the albums? Oh no, that's just what Luby says. Anyway. You put on your highly fashionable Unreal Heiress Thoughtwave tiara top and flip it on. It immediately hums to life as its blazing fast processes mingle with your thoughts. It is the most efficient computing technology in the world by far, as long as you don't wear it for too long. But aside from a few migraines, you can't possibly imagine any obey drawbacks that cease reproduction could come with submit, merging consume your thoughts with embrace your culling. Experimental technology, conform to social order. From an stay asleep, extremely powerful die corporation. Wait, what? So, So these are the same subliminal messages we saw in the Betty Bother software as well. And they're in all white text, which is also interesting. Because the only other time we've seen white text was with Doc Scratch, who is the guardian of the troll universe. So, like, my immediate thought is, like, perhaps this is coming from some kind of guardian-like figure of the human universe. But this one seems rather malevolent. Although the phrase embrace your culling is like a phrase that's associated with the troll universe as well. So let me put some notes down here. I'm actually going to just put down the subliminal messages here. Cease reproduction. We got obey, cease reproduction. Submit, consume. Embrace your culling. Conform to social order. Stay asleep. Die. I mean, I know what culling means, but the trolls have used the word culling for like kind of a different, bit of a different context. Oh yeah, the fairy screen name was Cuttlefish Color. That's right. All right. Continue vigilant window gazing. Still no sign of the mail. Might as well keep the tiara top on while you look, even if that means suffering through all these bullshit pop-up ads. That way you can keep an eye out for Lalonde while you're at it. Oh my gosh, there's another, like, white arm right there. We've seen this white arm, like, scattered throughout the act, but I'm wondering what or who that is. Oh, actually, I'm wondering if this is, like, tied to the white hands we saw at the beginning of Act 6, like, on the Homestuck panel. Like, press a button that is, like, Homestuck. Actually, let me make a note of that. Is the white arm that shows up throughout the comic related to the hands at the start of Act 6? And I'm looking at some of these ads too. Baco's simulated livestock flicks. Oh my gosh. Betty Bother. Congratulations, you've been chosen to receive a free dinner for two at Olive Garden Feeding Chamber. Oh my god. Green Giant, broccoli and cheese sauce. And then all hail new Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Oh my goodness. And I also am noticing that some of the subliminal messages are showing up on the sidewalk here too. I do type pretty fast. Okay. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil fucking Dickens. Jane, answer Lalonde. So we're gonna see Rose's counterpart. So, Rose's counterpart looks very similar to Rose. Wait, does she drink martinis as a child? Is she an underage drinker? Tipsy nostalgic. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So, this character's voice. Yeah, so this looks like Rose's mom, actually. Like in child form. So... Thanks, Hetero Sapiens! So the voice should be like drunk party girl. Jane! Hey! Janie! Answer, please! Answer! Jane! OMG, overreact much? I kept you waiting for all of 2 seconds. Where have you been today? Nowhere, just chilling here. When all of a sudden, it hits me that we have something really fucking important to talk about. This hit you just now? We made plans to get in touch early this morning, and I have seen neither hide nor hair of you all day. It hits me that Jake's B-Day is coming up really soon. Just a few days before mine, remember? Or, I guess, it would be if it wasn't for the end of the world that's about to happen. Oh, for Pete's sake. I just wanted your advice on what to get him. Something sentimental, I guess? But, I mean, I'm mostly tapped out of precious heirlooms, ATM's IDK. But not like anything coming on too strong. Something that says, this is totes platonic and everything. No eyebrow raising funny business going on over here. But still says, you know, call me if you wanna. Now I know you're joking around to get my goat. Yeah, the goat getting thing, I mean. But joking? Oh, no, I think not. You don't think that if I didn't say he was off limits on account of you being my best friend, I wouldn't be all the hell over that? Damn! That rugged sense of adventure. The delightful, silly vernacular that's like weirdly and bewitchingly not self-aware. Those adorable teeth. Swoon, heart. Alright, Jelly Possum. Thanks for coming by. I will see you next time. No, stop. Well, shit, Jane. What am I even supposed to do? I can't hit on anybody, and apparently I can entertain nary a frisky thought about anybody because apparently everybody's off limits. Bunch of goddamn typos. Shit sucks. You don't even let me say your dad is hot, even though we both know he way the fuck is. I mean, come on. Yeah, because it's weird. And you're drunk. Correction! Drinking. Present tense. Sorry, present tense. Grammar, Jane. I don't see why you don't try to court the favor of Mr. Strider. If you ask me, he and you are perfect for each other. Oh, Jane, so naive. So naive. Lordy, how can you be this far gone so early? It isn't even noon yet. You forget, we live in the very different time zones. It's a lot later here. You're 3 hours ahead of me. You'd be amazed how much can happen in 3 hours. What would your mother have to say if she caught you? Sure, she wouldn't give a shit. I mean, she's the one who stocked the goddamn liquor cabinets in the first place. I don't even think she ever had a drop in her life, probably. So why else is she putting it there? It was like a passive-aggressive dare for me. Aggressive. Just the sort of mind game she would play. So even if your insane and paranoid theory happens to be true, your response is, screw it, time to help myself to all this mind game booze? Yep. You are completely impossible like this. I cannot believe you chose to do this today of all days. I should have known better. Here I am, waking up bright and early, waiting all day with my nose pressed against this glass for the mail to come, and wondering if you'll ever log on, all the while you were just getting blind, stinking schnocker bottom drunk. What you waiting for? In the mail. Is something happening today or something? The Alpha! Jeez Louise, you are hopeless! Oh yeah, that thing. Are you at all ready to play if it comes? I guess. But, you sure you even want to play this thing? You know it's just what the Batter Witch wants you to do. Not this again. If you want to go ahead and be a chump, Jane, it's your call. I'm just saying. I know what a chump looks like, and you don't look like no chump I ever saw. If you go through with this, I'll have to add your profile to my chump roll, which is like this real, actual thing I maintain, instead of being a joke. Is that what you want? The Batter Witch does not exist. It is an idiotic urban legend. I'm pretty sure the Batter Witch totally exists and is actually a thing. How many times have I explained this? My great-great-grandmother, who founded the company and is accused of holding this identity, would have to be almost 200 years old if she were still alive today. The idea is such preposterous hogwash, it's hardly worth dignifying with a rational response. The iconic face of the company isn't a real person. She was fabricated long ago during the company's fledgling years. Right, as, you know, an alter ego for something more sinister. Such cuckoo bird nonsense. In any case, I don't understand the nature of this second guessing besides chalking it up to your unwelcome inebriation. We had agreed you would play with me. You sounded excited about it. Have you even obtained your copy yet? Yes, obtained. Sure did. Through your various technologically cryptographic means, I presume? Oh, you bet. Hacked the shit out of those tight mainframes and all. Said jackpot like a bunch of times. All those ciphers and bobby traps, backdoor trojans and whatnot were no match for my codes. Snicker. I am quizzically narrowing my eyes, trying to solve the joke you are attempting, assuming it even is one. Okay, Jane, what I am saying is that in the parlance of baking, because I know that is what gets you off, is that it was a fucking cakewalk. Cakewalk. Oh, like, by which I mean, not to say I'm the hottest shit hacksaw bitch you ever knew, as deadly to the corporate grid as she is beautiful, which I am, but what I mean is shit wasn't even guarded. It was just some files that were there, unsecured, and I took them, jacked them right off of that interrupt telematrix, then applied lipstick femme fatale style, and was like, shit yes, I all kinds of know how to use my web browser to download several files. Really? Yeah, so now I got it. If you really want to play, which you shouldn't. Yeah, I know. I am I'm like kind of inadvertently doing that, Samus. Like I just kind of like, I guess like my default drunk voice is like southern slurring cowpoke. I don't know if I should be doing that or not, but whatever. Anyway. That is a bit puzzling. I thought the software was highly proprietary. I told you, she wants you to play, wants us all to. Part of her big plans. And you're playing right into them. Like, yes, I know, you've made yourself clear. But what doesn't add up about your story is, I believe somebody doesn't want me to play. How else do you explain the recent attempts on my life? Don't know. Someone out there wants the stock price to take a hit. There. Or it's just more connivings of the witch. So this hypothetical monstrosity wants me to succeed, but also wants me to die? Makes a lot of sense. Wouldn't put it past her. Makes you feel persecuted, redoubles your determination to play. You advance her plans in whatever incomprehensible way until you suddenly did everything she needed you to, at which point you become crazy expendable, yo. And then she expends you. Like a wad of boondollars on shitty because merch. Or shitty BC merch. It's not because. It stands for Betty Crockers. My bad. I see. This is sounding less like a crackpot conspiracy theory by the minute. Whatever. All I'm saying is a bunch of stuff that's def true to the max. I'll send this file to you, though. And what you do with it's up to you. So you want it now or what? It's tempting, and I'm curious as heck to play it. But the mail should be coming any minute. I've waited this long for it, so I might as well use the official discs addressed to me. When it comes, I do hope you'll change your tune. Not to mention, brew yourself a pot of coffee and sober your drunk butt up. My drunk butt's tune will stay as unchanged as it will remain not drunk. Make her my barley coherent words. Ooh, fair, okay, fair enough. But I believe when we start playing together, you'll come around. Personally, I can hardly contain my excitement over it. If years ago someone told me, which incidentally someone did, is that today I would have an exclusive opportunity to play what is absolutely the most cutting-edge immersive simulation game ever released, developed by a company which has already done so much for the advancement of humanity, I would have said, shucks, Buster, sign me up. Jane. Yes? Jane! What? Jane! Did you know that I am utterly in love with the fact that I have a best friend who says things like, shucks, Buster. Shush, you drunkie. Oh. WTF. The thing. The flappy thing. Deaf true to the max, yes. Oh, hey, Serious Inc. Hi. I didn't see you come in. Hello. Yeah. I think the trade-off for my ability to like read typos correctly is that sometimes I read actual words incorrectly. Like when I thought it was casual spoilers, but it's actually causal spoilers. So there's that. The flappy thing! It's up! The mail is here! The flappy swinging doodad! The arm dealy! The dealy, Lalonde! The dealy! What? The god-darned red swingy flappy lover arm thingamabob, whatever it's called, on the mailbox! Breathe, Crocker. Slow breaths like this. I'm breathing regular, FYI. It's up! It's up! It's up! It's up! I don't get a lot of mail out here, and I am no mail expert, but doesn't that mean not the right thing? Like, you're supposed to put it up if you want something taken away, not have the guy put it up if mail comes? I think your mailman is quite possibly a dumbass. No, who cares about that? The dealie! The dealie! It's up! It's up! It's here! It's here! It's here! Ah! Well, they so fucking at this. BRB! Gutsy gumshoe. Ceased bothering. Tipsy nostalgic. Oh, man. Jane, prepare to retrieve mail. You scamper over to the door, but pause a second to think. Is your dad still washing the car? Hopefully, he's still preoccupied so you can sneak out. But it doesn't hurt to be prepared for an encounter. Luckily, that is exactly what you are. Jane, don clever disguise. Oh, thanks, Ravenwing. I'm having a lot of fun with these characters so far. Okay. Why, is that his loving daughter? Or could it be none other than Inspector Jacques Clouseau? Mr. Clouseau, what are you doing in this household? Can I bake you a cake? Please, make yourself comfortable while I go about my business, not being suspicious. But wait, perhaps that is not so much the distinguished Inspector Clouseau as it is the world-renowned investigator Hercule Poirot, because the little curly mustache is a lot cuter. Oh man, that reminds me, I saw Murder on the Orient Express last fall, and it was a good movie. The great Poirot, in this house? Such an honor. I will set the kettle to boil straight away. Who would have guessed this home would be so heavily trafficked by famous French detectives at this time of day? Oh my, the good Poirot appears to be clucking little pleasantries in his adorable French accent through the high-pitched voice of an enthusiastic teen girl. I surely don't have the heart to ground this upstanding dapper gentleman, no matter how many dastardly attempts are made on her life. So she's grounded for her safety, so people are making attempts on her life. She mentioned earlier. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. Jane, exit. I don't know, Freezy Fish, where did Jane go? Homestuck truly is confusing. Also, hi, Freezy Fish. I'm Brennomania. Alright, Jane, exit. You make a cautious motion toward a beckoning exit knob, when suddenly the same wild character select screen reapproaches non-threateningly. You note that you still cannot pick one of the shadowy characters, but maybe you haven't been the other guy yet? That means it's time to click him. Or maybe you already have been him, in which case you are done with this thing. The narrative really has no way of knowing. Your ass remains firmly planted in the driver's seat, as always. Alright. Actually, out of curiosity, can I, like, be a jerk and pick Jane again? I can be a jerk and pick Jane again. You're suddenly Jane again. What was it you're up to? Oh, right, the game. You were excited about that. Let's go back. Okie dokie. Let's pick Jake. And just like that, back to Jake. What was it you were up to? Oh, right. You're gonna pick these dang guns up off the floor when you were interrupted by some fleeting, imperceptible thought. Kind of space out sometimes. Jake, about those arms. Pistol kind. Right, you pick up your twin M9 Berettas, weapons of choice in an absurd arsenal inherited from an eccentric old woman. Guns are so cool. Your grandma was rad. Alright, Jake, examine holster belt. Free will is a cliffhanger. Alright. Jake, examine your holster belt. It is your authentic Tomb Raider sexy thigh strap double holster, complete with cool skull buckle and everything. You like to think you pull it off about as well as Croft herself. Wear it. You like to think that, but in truth, you look ridiculous. You think you probably need shorter shorts to make it work? Probably skin-tight shorts too. As it is, the cuffs of your baggy shorts get kind of bunched up underneath the thigh straps, which is uncomfortable and makes you look like a tool. Jake, okay, forget it. Well, I'm glad that I'm able to kind of help out with that, Freezy Fish. I understand that that's kind of hard to deal with and kind of slows things down, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for spending part of your Saturday with me, everyone. It always gives me happiness. Like, I always look forward to these streams because you guys are awesome. Guys and gals and otherwise. Okay. Anyway, Jake, okay, forget it. Better off just keeping it in your strife deck. You can draw the guns faster from there anyway. Jake, examine bed. You think your bed is some sort of electronic gadget. You're pretty sure those bedpost globes are supposed to glow like light bulbs under certain circumstances, but you've never been able to figure out what purpose it serves. Just more mysterious junk inherited from your eclectic grandma. She also gave you these bed sheets when you were very young, which you adore, but only for sentimental reasons. You aren't too keen on monsters. Alright, Jake, examine the posters. So many posters. Which posters? Your whole room is nothing but posters. Sometimes you find it hard to focus on any one of them. You just relax your eyes and get lost in all the incredible heroes and adventures which exploded from the silver screen and into your bedroom as well as your heart. Movies are so great. You've never seen a movie you didn't like, you were pretty sure. People give you a hard time for that though. Gosh, you love movies. Almost as much as you love skulls. And movies that have skulls in them? Oh my god. So wonderful. Oh, what did Savis say? Jake likes guns and blue ladies? Sounds like you would make a great father. Oh, man. Alright, Jake, scope out those blue chicks. This is your collection of beauties, but you don't call them that to anyone but yourself in private, because somehow even you are aware of how dorky that sounds. You are oftentimes the recipient of a good ribbing from Jane on account of your peculiar fascination with blue movie ladies. You don't have to justify yourself to her, though. What is even her deal? Any fellow would be off his rocker not to fawn over these bodacious blue knockouts. You want to make out with all of them. Like, hey, you like what you like, you know, so don't let anyone give you crap over it. Oh, there's a reference I'm not understanding apparently, so I won't think about it for now. I'll think about it later. Alright, Jake, make out with all of them. Oh my gosh. Dear sweet Neytiri from James Cameron's Avatar. I actually have never seen Avatar. I'll need to fix that someday. Oh, if only you were the one who could have overcome his paralysis on an alien adventure planet to become her boyfriend, instead of that other guy. Then she could have shown you how to be bold and courageous and stand up to fight for your people, and maybe later, engage in a bizarre extraterrestrial reproductive process involving ponytails and a magical tree, you guess? You'll show that curmudgeonly Strider, who's just a gigantic shitty space furry. You will show him what marvelous creatures they are. You will show him what a daring dream it is to combine the finest qualities of humanity with... But seriously, you've got to stop kissing this stupid poster. Jake, stop kissing stupid poster. I mean, I could write down a note that Jake likes blue ladies, but I feel like that's just something that's going to keep popping up on its own. Like, I may not need to, like, write this down. Anyway, yes, that was a waste of time. Definitely. It's definitely not something you spend much time doing whenever you are alone, which is always. Anyway, here are some other great movies. Weekend at Bernie's, classic. You really think John would like this movie? Wait, what do you mean John? If the things you've heard about him are true. Wait, how does he know about John? I suppose we'll find that out later. Alright. Guys in cahoots make the silly corpse of Bernie Lomax do zany puppet antics so their schemes can succeed. Guffaws aplenty, as you have tried to tell Jade before practically verbatim. Wait, Jade? Hang on. Wait, how does Jake know John and Jade? I mean, I know they're genetically similar, so they have that connection. But how does he talk to them? Because they reset the universe. Alright. I should note that down, though. I'm going to note that. So, Jake has interacted or knows of Jade and John. Okay. Actually, hang on. During the Jane portion of this, wasn't there a mention of like some kind of pen pal project? And didn't we see in like Act 4 or 5 or whatever that Jade had like a mysterious unidentified pen pal? Is that Jake? Is Jake Jade's friend? Who like also wrote a letter that was like, John, one more thing? I think that's it, isn't it? I did it! I solved all of Homestuck! I did it! We finally reached the day where I understand all of Homestuck. So this is going to be our final Homestuck stream ever, guys. So thank you all for following along and all the support. I'm just kidding. We're not, no. We still have like another year of Homestuck to go. Oh my gosh. Seriously though, guys, I've actually been doing these Homestuck streams for like almost a year. I started like last May. I may be slow, Heterosapiens, but I learn. To quote Sansa Stark at the end of the last season of Game of Thrones. Alright. Let's see. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by realizing that John and Jade are mentioned here. Okay. She doesn't care much for great movies like that, but that's alright. You love her anyway, and you think she's a blast. She says you sound just like John when you say stuff like that, though, and that the two of you would get along famously. You can't wait to meet him. Also, there are some Cage flicks here, but who doesn't love a good Cage flick? Nobody is who. Dang, you would kill to get your hands on some authentic Cage movie memorabilia. That'll probably have to remain a crazy dream. I'm guessing not, actually. Jake, examine package. Yeah, so for Easy Fish, I'm actually trying to time it so that we get to the end of Homestuck on Homestuck Day next year. Like, I would love for the end of my first Homestuck read-through to, like, take place on Homestuck Day. Yeah. Actually, Dragon Master Problem Sleuth might be what I do after Homestuck. I don't know. But we'll see. We have a year to think about it. I will do whatever you guys would like to see me do. Or I'll try to anyway. So I'd like us to keep having fun together, even if one day we will get to the end of Homestuck. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Speaking of John, this is his birthday present. It is the project that has been taking up all your time lately, and today is the deadline to finish it. You have to send it to Jade so that she has time to ship it to him across the Pacific Ocean. The transmaterializer you have been using to ship it back and forth is wired to sync up your flow of time with hers. So it's not like you can just take forever with it and send it to the exact time she needs it. You thought of that. And considering this bunny is probably going back to the early 20th century, when she and John were around your age, you figure the mail was extra slow back then. So there is not a moment to spare. Phew, time stuff is pretty complicated, but you are fairly sure you've got this figured out. Okay, so unlike the beta kids, like, who had to, like, figure out everything that was going on, so the alpha kids are getting kind of kind of a heads up on everything that's happening. From, it sounds like, the beta kids and possibly trolls. Yeah, that's pretty much my one-word description of Homestuck Nomalika is shenanigans. So, alright, Jake, examine Bunny. Sure is going to be a sweet gift. Reminds you a lot of the old ratty bunny you inherited from your grandma, who of course is exactly who you're collaborating with to make this thing. Time loops make you feel a bit fuzzy in the head, but you've always suspected it could very well be the same bunny. At some point in the early 20th century, Jade gave this robo-rabbit to John, and then later it must have been wound up back with Jade somehow. Then she removed all the robot parts and hung onto it until she was an old woman and gave it to you. You guess crazier things have happened, like the way this whole project started in the first place. Wait, until Jade was an old woman. So wait, is Jade Jake's grandma? Or am I reading that incorrectly? I don't know. You guess crazier things have happened, like the way this whole project started in the first place. Jade tells you about this little rabbit here, or Terry Kaiser as you like to call him, will save John's life. He'll be sitting there on some sort of chessboard battlefield in yellow pajamas reading a letter when pow! Kaiser to the rescue. So you are taking this responsibility very seriously. You have been for years already. In fact, this project gave you a neat idea for what to do with Jane's 13th birthday a couple of years ago. You and your other pals all coordinated gifts, and each sending a customized rabbit. Lalonde happened to have another bunny heirloom like yours, and Strider, well, Strider was resourceful as usual. If John enjoys his gift anywhere near as much as Jane did, then it will be time well spent. Oh man, this is a really cool version of Black. Alright, anywho. Okay, so if Jade is Jake's grandma, then I'm guessing that makes John Jane's grandpa? Which would fit, because Grandpa was a prankster. A master prankster. But
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the
anyway.
flag now. I guess you're about the only person
Let's see.
that doesn't have TV coverage.
There's just one problem. Mr. Kaiser here cannot be completed and tested today without a source of power. We'll need a little chunk of uranium to power the robot. Wait, uranium? Oh god. And you are fresh out of the stuff. You have been plundering all of your devices for uranium to refuel the transmaterializer, which requires huge amounts of power any time it sendificates or purifies the package from the past. Seems to you like excessive energy consumption for just a simple time machine, but what do you know? Unless it's doing something besides shipping it across time, you couldn't imagine what though. You really should have remembered to ask Jade for some uranium in your last letter to her. Now you're in a fix. You even yanked the uranium out of your cookalizer and refrigerator. You haven't had a decent meal in weeks, just a lot of canned food from the ruins. This project has been difficult enough as it is, without additional bumps in the road like this. You really aren't the best guy at building machines. Jade has been a big help, but she says she couldn't do this alone. As much as it troubles your pride to admit, this project wouldn't be possible without help from your other two technologically savvy friends. And you are slowly coming to the regrettable conclusion that you will not be able to solve this uranium dilemma without asking for Strider's assistance. He's your best bro and all, but the dude never makes anything easy. Oh man, alright, Jake, take Bunny. Yes, clearly Terry Kaiser is Liv Tyler's grandfather. Alright. So Jake is taking the bunny. Puzzle fetch modus, nice. You stash Terry in your puzzle modus. It's quite a handy modus, allowing you to capture log objects of any size as long as you can fit them all in a finite space by maneuvering the cards around like a big game of Tetris. You like it because it keeps you sharp for solving any puzzles you might find when you go out raiding hollowed tombs, which is never. like Professor Layton. Ah, another puzzle solved. The bunny fits in okay, but it's a tight squeeze. The Alpha Kids know what's up. Well, it seems like the Alpha Kids, like, in general, have, like, gotten a lot more information ahead of time, as opposed to the Beta Kids, who had to figure out everything. Oh, man, cake? That sounds fantastic, Dragon Master. I want cake. The space in your inventory is mainly hogged up by one incredibly huge thing. You guess you should get rid of it, but but you can't shake the feeling you might need it someday, and you don't want to risk ditching it and be caught with your pants down later. Actually, did we see what the thing is in, So it's this thing. So I wonder what this thing is. It looks like it's massively important. Alright, Jake, examine comics. On your work table there are a few comic books On your work table there are a few comic books starring your favorite heroine of all, Spider-Girl. You don't know what it is, but there's something about a girl who has spidery powers and a sassy attitude that is just so cool to you. It's just another quirky fact about you that definitely doesn't have any greater significance and never will. Okay, I'm going to note that down. Let's see. Jake likes Spider-Girl. Alright, Jake, take comics. Horse feathers! Forcing the comics into your puzzle Silodex knocked out a bunch of other crap. You've seriously got to reorganize this thing. What were you even thinking capture-logging all those bullets one at a time anyway? Wait, you capture-logging bullets one at a time? Oh my gosh. So what gets spat out of his Silodex here? Can of corn, some kind of apple with a smiley face, and, oh, laptop, other items. Let's see. Well, as long as one of... Oh, wait. Spider Troll? Like spidery girls? So... Vriska. I'm gonna note that down. Alright. Anyway. Well, as long as one of your preposterously numerous computers has spilled out of your Silodex... Oh my gosh! He has a bunch of computers like Jade did. Of course he does. That's fantastic. Has spilled out your Silodex, you might as well stop procrastinating and contact Strider to... Oh, hang on. Maybe later. Alright, Jake. Answer. Uranian Umbra began sharing Golgotha's terror. Hello there, darling. Ahoy, madam. I don't relish troubling you with more arm twisting. I'm sure for all I've done so far, you've had a jolly good workout already. But you will be ready to deliver the package today, yes? I'm determined as ever to see this through, but as usual, events have conspired to make a boondoggle of the prospect. I think I might be fucked. How so? Terry needs fuel, and I don't have any left. I think I'm at Strider's dubious mercy for a solution yet again. I will have to ask him for help, and soon. Well, there you go, love. Better hop to it. Yes, I will. But also, there's the matter of the rabbit's armaments. I don't imagine he'll do a lot of friggin' good in helping Grandfather Crocker from kicking the old bucket without them. Did you not say you'd supply these? I did indeed say so, and have already done. You did? When? In your future. I relayed the information enabling you to create the powerful weaponry yourself. And you did. And then you then sent them back in time. You may recover them in the ruins, which conveniently is where you must go to ship the package once and for all. Bang up plan we hatched, don't you fancy? I see. Yes, it is. Yes, it sure is if that is the case. Then all that's left to do is find power for it. Oh, and also enough power for the stupid transmateria, Bob. Ugh. So much to do before shuttling this goddamn thing into the past. I mean, that is what I am doing, right? Giving it to my grandma when she was a kid growing up on the same island I did? That is somewhat close to the truth, and I could see how you would draw that conclusion. But there's more to it you don't understand yet. You will sort it all out in time. These are among the dad-blasted causal spoilers you refuse to dish out. Somewhat. It wouldn't hurt you much to know the truth, I imagine. It's just, the truth is a wee bit complicated. Perhaps a draft of the cascading sequence from which your reality has arisen will put your mind at ease. Imagine two universes, A and B. Now, imagine there are two instances of each universe, A1 and A2, and B1 and B2. The first instance of each is like a test run that does not quite succeed. The second instance, though, will meet all of its purposes. Now consider that A1 begets A2, A2 begets B1, and B1 begets B2. And the participants of B2 are the ones who will make an effort to exit all this turbulence and folderol. You are one of them. And your young ancestor is another, though she is presently stationed in B1. And yes, she is in the past, though not quite as far as you believe. Nor does she occupy the same stream of continuity. I'm not sure I completely followed that, but okay. That's the best I can do for now. Primarily because I will not risk wasting much more of your time. So you are still in contention that I will meet one of our elders as youths? Oh, yes. Aha! Then I will be traveling through time. I knew it. Or they will be. Whichever it is. Which is it, by the way? Causal spoilers, Sir English. Given the nature of the quest waiting for you, it wouldn't be shrewd of me to rule out the employment of time travel by any individual, but I will say that you're probably prey to a basic misapprehension about the nature of this rendezvous. It will not take place on Earth. It will happen inside the game you're about to play. Oh, well, shit. Indeed. This is frightfully exciting. I would love to meet them. I never got to know my grandma very well, and it always seemed like she led an amazing and adventurous life. And then this seemed to be proven true in my correspondence with her, so I'm really looking forward to it. So true. I'd pay a hefty ransom to get to know my forebears. I remember you mentioned your race doesn't really jive with ours, familiarly speaking. Correct. I never knew those who one would identify as my parental equivalents. It is in the way my race propagates. Our ancestors precede us by millennia. Well, yes, ours do too. But generally we have all these other people in between them, and most recent ones are called parents. So I guess you did not have those, like, systematically? Nope, never did. Well, neither did I. Miss Alien, I think we are like birds of a feather, you and I. When do I get to learn your name, by the way? Truthfully? It may be for the best that you never know it. It could stir up some things best left in their present equilibrium. And now I think I should bollocks off and leave you to it. But wait! There are still some things I'd like to know. About today, about this game. No more procrastinating. Contact your friend, darling. Yes, fine, okay, I will. But just please tell me in the least causally spoilery way possible, what are we even trying to accomplish here? What is even in the rootin' tootin' point of this game? I think you will have more fun than you can imagine finding out. But stated concisely, and short of spoilery as you so charmingly put it, your objective today is to pave the way for the arrival of gods. Kisses! The arrival of gods, you say? I wonder what that could be. Alright, Jake, unearth more computers. If you're going to message your good bro, you might as well use a more comfortable computing device. You've always found the husk top to be a little clunky, way too hands-on. Here are just a few at your disposal. Your grandma always was an advocate of thorough preparedness. She would strongly advise staying not only armed to the teeth, but well-equipped in the computational department. You've been taught you should really carry no less than 5 computers on you at all times, like a sensible person. Oh my goodness. Jake, don computers. Oh my god, that's Lord English's coat. He has a Lord English coat. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh god. Oh dear god. Okay. You put on a few of your more ostentatious devices. Luckily, or unfortunately, you grew up alone, so there was never anyone around to point out how ridiculous you look. These were also inherited from your grandma. In addition to being quite the globe-trotting adventuress, she was rather enterprising as well. Her company made many products like this to compete with the corporation owned by the cruel baroness who raised her. Sadly, BC Corps eventually crushed her company and forced her into exile. You have always hoped that when Jane takes over that foul conglomerate, she will right all of its unspeakable wrongs. You know she will. You believe in her, after all. Jake, message your good bro. Oh, man. So how long is this log? Okay. Alright. So, what voice should I use for the Strider character then? Because, like, my Dave voice is like, yeah, my Dave voice is just like this. Like, whatever, bro. Like, seriously. I don't know. But, yo, Harp, how's it going? Douchey? So should I just use, like, the same voice I used for Dave? for Strider. Drawing Southern? Okay. Monotone Dave. Okay. Bro, ahem. Are you there? I hate to be a pest about this, and I know I've made a hearty trouble of myself a good deal lately. State your business, Jake. I don't know. Let me get down to some more of his dialogue and I can kind of like suss it out. I should preface this request with an overture of appreciation for how much your cool and brotherly friendship means to me. It has just been absolutely bully having a stand-up gent like you in my corner. Just a great dude who's a cut above the others in class and camaraderie. Phew. Gropes for fresh handkerchief. I hope this shit isn't coming across as platitudinous. I really mean it. Take it easy, Bromide. Just about the only way I could salvage endearment from this perilous slope of horse shit would be to discover, really fucking soon, mind you, it was a preamble to some floundering invitation for me to rush to your vicinity as nakedly as possible. But since we've already shot that wad's eventuality on so many dry runs of flustered ambivalence that were as hilarious as they were one-sided, that leaves only one hope for this message to avoid spiraling toward qualification as critical fucking defect in the hull of the Mach 10 rocket that is my precious spare time. And that hope lies in the extent to which you were practicing artful insincerity. Now's your opportunity to pretend now's your opportunity to pretend that's what you were gunning for. I suggest you seize it. Oh man, is that good? All right, cool, perfect. Oh, yes, but of course, the ironies. Good grief. How I was bandying them just now. You know me, dude. Blow smoke off red-hot irony pistol. Non-suggestively. Yeah. Okay, nice. Now that your obsequious preface has been established as indisputably entertaining for all the right reasons, and intentionally so, let's bear down on those dire as shit needs you've got. I'm guessing you're probably jonesing for uranium about now, no? Pshaw, as if I would be so reckless with this stuff. I would have to be mighty irresponsible to run out already. No, I'm all set on the uranium department, and really when you take a look at the big picture, you'll find I am sitting pretty when it comes to just about any radioactive isotope you could mention. However, my backup reserves that I keep strictly for emergencies are running a little lean. You know what my grandma taught me about preparedness. Tugs at colorful lapels. You are out of uranium. It's basically mathematically impossible. That's not why you're contacting me. Christ, what an insufferable awesome friend you are. Also, cat butt. We got cat butt on stream now. Hi, Steiner. Okay, could you please just sanctificate me some more already? I'm in kind of a hurry. You do know my offer still stands. What? You know, I've offered to construct the rabbit for you many times before. I would craft a much deadlier model. Oh, I know you would. It's just... Damn it, man. I told you this is just something I have to do myself. It is a promise I made to Jade, and I'm going to live up to it, even if I'm not the best or even second best robosmith I know. Yeah, I know this is your policy. You've done a good job, and you should be proud. But it's my responsibility as your friend to offer one last time. Just as it's my responsibility not to just fork over a bunch of uranium just because you asked me in a moment of weakness. Frig, why not? It's too easy, and you yourself are the one taking pride in this. If you were half-assing this project and made some slovenly plea for it, I'd just say, fuck it, here's a lot of green rocks, dude, go nuts. Okay then, I'm half-assing it. Look, see? Only a bisected bottom is present. Where is the other half, you ask? Why, it's nowhere to be found. I didn't use it. Nope, not buying it. I know that every ounce of your premium behind can be accounted for in that rabbit, and there's no goddamn denying it. And you know perfectly well where some more uranium can be located. Jesus Christmas, you are such a fucking douche. It seems you think I am a fucking douche. That's your opinion, I guess. That's cool. I knew you were going to suggest this. I don't know why I bothered asking. Strider, why must you always be such an obstinate stick in the mud? It seems that you consider me to be, no less than 100% of the time, an obstinate stick in the mud. I unironically respect your position on this matter. Hey, let's continue to exchange ideas. Wait, it seems... What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Is something the matter, Jake? This is your autoresponder. Oh my gosh. That is fantastic. Yeah, actually, Savis, I did notice it's quarter after noon, so I do need to kind of wrap things up here. So let's leave off here for today. We'll pick things back up with Jake and Strider, and then we'll continue on after this. But before we go, everyone, just a reminder that I do have other streams. I stream Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm doing Chrono Cross on Mondays. We're actually almost done with Chrono Cross at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we're doing Suikoden 2 on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time as well. We're getting close to the end of Suikoden 2 as well. So if you want to come by for either of those streams, you're more than welcome to. Also, we have Discord. I just dropped the link in there. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on YouTube. Most of you, I think, already do. And then if you want more Terra adorableness, you can follow Terra on Instagram as well. So yeah, guys, if you are new to the stream, thank you so much. If you're not following yet, consider hitting that follow button, because we're actually almost at 800 followers, and like, it'd be cool to hit that number. But if not, whatever, it's just a number. But those of you guys who've been following along for a while now, thank you again for coming every Saturday and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. I think that's it. So we're going to continue with Homestuck next Saturday, same time, 10 a.m. Central Time next Saturday. I will see you guys then. Yes, Hive Swap Friend Sim. I do want to do Hive Swap Friend Sim at some time, so let me try to remember to talk about that with you guys next time. But I do need to get going for now. So I will see you all next time. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, friends. I'll see you later. Bye.